It was on the radio when I was on the way here. They were talking about, so obviously with Sydney, Melbourne going back into lockdown now as well. One of the reporters was like, you say that essential stores and stuff like that, essential services can still be open. Why is the reject store still open? And everyone went livid on Twitter, apparently, like getting really pissed off. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, have you bought fucking dishwashing tablets from anywhere else and then gone to the reject shop to see how much it is? You can buy 100 from Woolworths for like $50. You can buy them for 20 at
all the hand sanitizer and all the other goodies that they have there.
Yeah,
too.
like I mean, if you're having hard times and like you're
wrapping
out of
paper,
work,
birthday
like,
cards too.
Yeah, you know, if you're out of work and like short of money, like why wouldn't you want to save a few cents here and there? You know, right? So like people were getting fucking angry about it. But yeah, I thought it was just an interesting kind of talking point that they had on the radio. See, like, okay, what do you think about like reject shop being open? You know, those bloody rejects. You know, I guess for you guys, what do you guys kind of think about like what would you consider to be like essential? What's your thoughts on like what essential is? Because they never fucking define what it is. It's always changing.
Straight into the heavy questions, eh? Fuck.
Yeah.
What do you
Why
think
not? Why
essential,
not?
brother?
Okay, right.
Chris is just dialing up right now, like.
I was waiting for you to take the piss out of me and say, "Oh, McDonald's," but
He knows that was coming. Bro, we gotta eat.
I've eaten fuck all fast food. Like
I use them being essential is actually something that I use as a bit of an analogy with like some of my clients. So if you don't know, like I'm a health coach for older women. But they sometimes get so guilty about like having like a 6-pack of nuggets or something like that once a week. And I'm like, they're like, oh my God, I'm sorry. They get so upset about it. And I'm like, no, relax. And they're like, why are you mad? I'm like, because at the end of the day, you were hungry. You made a normal response to look for food. You know, like you were hungry, you were starving, you were stressed out, whatever, emotional response, biology. You went and got food. Now, imagine if this whole pandemic that we're going through was a little bit worse than what it is actually at the moment, and we had to, I don't know, the whole world ended, quite literally, and the only food that survived and was okay to eat was McDonald's. And they're like, where are you going with this? They're like, would you eat it? Or would you be like, no, it's unhealthy, I can't eat it. They're like, no, I'd eat it because I want to survive. I'm like, yeah, 100%. That is why you freaking went and got the nuggets or the cheeseburger, whatever the fuck you got. That is why. It's okay. It's just, we're not in a fucking end of the world post-apocalyptic.
She's like, oh, in that case, then I had this.
Just eating a Big Mac.
I've just enabled her.
She's like, fuck yeah, sick.
You're the best coach ever, see, right?
I don't need you anymore.
But no, like, I'd see them as being essential. They're essential at like 2 o'clock in the morning when you're hungry.
Hell yeah.
And nothing else is open.
Oh, McDonald's in
Yeah.
a sense. Oh, I mean, yeah, fair enough. I was just thinking about like the reject shop. Like, did they name that because it's like the rejected goods and services, or like the goods that people didn't want, so it's a discounted price? Is that the background of that name?
I have no idea. I'm actually curious. as
Yeah,
well.
me too, man. I was literally just thinking that.
You would think that, like, you think, is everything on the shelves in that shop like almost set the expiry date? Is that why it's called the reject shop?
It's like Apu when he changed the date. Shit. They literally crossed it out like with fucking text.
Like turns like a 6 into an 8 or something like that.
See, when Reject Shop first came out, one of my thoughts was, are these like the items that come off the production line that don't meet the quality standards or something like that?
Like damaged
it's
or
like,
scratched
they're
or
rejected.
something.
Like, you know, like, oh, cool, I'll go to the Reject Shop and buy a hammer that breaks as soon as you hit it. I'll buy dishwashing tablets that don't actually wash. They make your dishes dirtier. I don't know, a shower curtain that gets water everywhere. Like stupid shit like that, you know? Like
Just defected shit.
Yeah. Is that what they're selling you? Like,
it's just funny, man, because like obviously when they came out, we were young, and I was like, fuck, going to the reject shop, you know, like just think that all rejects shop there. But then I actually went in there and I was like, oh, it's not that fucking bad.
Bug.
I was like, hope no one fucking sees.
you start to grow up and you're like, fuck, there's some wicked shit here. Like,
There is,
man.
man. Like you ask anyone, like, how many people actually shop there? You go, yeah, I'll buy some shit from there.
Man, it's good for gifts, dude.
Hell
Like,
yeah, man.
I went there like for Christmas to buy all my clients like gifts and stuff, right? And it's fucking so good, bro. I went there for like $80 and got like all like 20 of my best clients like gifts, and like they're all wrapped from it. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that $80 just made me a lot of money.
Top clients.
Oh yeah,
He spent $80 on all of you cumulatively.
Exposed.
they're like, he fucking said it was 200.
Freaking tight bastard.
Reject prices, bitch.
Expiry,
Fuck, man.
Expiry dates on the underneath of like the gift box.
It says reject shop on it. Oh, fuck.
They do
Got
have a
out.
good selection of, like, I mentioned before, like wrapping paper and like
Yeah, dude,
birthday cards,
100%.
Christmas cards.
Like those boxes with like, you know, the little like fluffy stuff in it, man.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you just go on Instagram, you like look at like, you know, chicks fucking small businesses and shit, and they all doing those packaged boxes and stuff. I'm like, fuck. I'm just
And they're marking it up like,
Yeah.
bro,
you know,
and they're
200%,
making
300%.
money, man.
Oh,
Like,
God, yeah.
Straight up.
endorsed by
Dude.
Reject Shop.
Add a little bit of tinsel and fucking take off the reject tags. You're just good to go, bro.
You want to buy some cheap lollies and some batteries? Reject Shop.
Oh,
Can you sponsor us, reject shop?
Or even canvases too. Like some of the ones in here I bought from like Reject Shop and like Things and Red Dot. Like
who goes? And, I mean, besides like when you feel like splurging a little bit, and you got a little extra dosh like to spend. Like, who else is really shopping as an adult, a responsible, contributing adult? Like, who else is shopping at expensive places? Like, you're usually going to fucking Kmart. You're going to go buy the special items at Bunnings.
Yeah.
You're going to the Reject Shop. Or you're trying to do comparisons between Kmart and Big W to see which one's cheaper by a few bucks. Like,
yeah, fuck Target.
or you're going to Aldi or Spud Shed. And then you're going to Spud Shed, you're already making a killing there, and then you're using their app and saving a couple of cents off, like your potatoes and
Yeah.
some shit.
As if they're not cheap as it is.
I know.
Just because you have to bring your own bag. Like,
Spud Shed is the bomb, man. We've been shopping there again lately, and it's like, man, you save so much money and you get more variety and like
Yeah.
more quantity with what you're buying.
do you really though?
They
Because
tell-
like
You do, yeah.
No, but think about it. Because you go on there buying more shit than you would at Woolworths now.
But it
So
comes
really,
in
it kind of
like-
still adds up, doesn't it?
But it comes in bigger packaging and you get more quantity in what you're buying.
So then when the next
For
one you
less.
buy, you don't have to buy as much.
Yeah, it's not like a buy in bulk, but it's almost that, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The only thing you got to be careful with Spud Shed, handy hint for the listeners, is Spud Shed shit goes off faster.
It's because it's all natural.
Yeah, it's
and the meat's
organic.
always like
fresh.
a day away from being expired. Like you buy the mince, it's
Yeah.
grey and it smells
Fresh
funny when you
produce,
open it.
mate.
100%. Like I'm a big steak eater, and like I did buy
Yeah.
some steak at Spud
great.
Shed, and I was like, fuck, oh, it's not the best. And then I went to Aldi, and that's fucking trash, man.
Yeah.
like,
Oh, really?
so
I haven't-
bad,
I haven't
dude.
done that.
I gave it to my dog, man. I had one.
And your dog's like,
I was like, I had like 4 Scotch fillets, man. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be so good, dude. I literally had it at like one bite. I was like, this is terrible. And I was
no.
like,
It's like chewing in a rubber or something, man.
and I was like, what do I expect, man? Like, what the fuck? Like, do I expect something hell good, you know, from Aldi?
what was I thinking?
Although I would recommend the roasts from Aldi aren't bad.
I haven't had that yet. So
Some of the chicken and pork roasts are really good, especially if you got like a an air fryer. Oh,
well,
really
Aldi
nice.
is kind of like a mix between like fucking Spud Shed and Target and Kmart, because like if you go down that centre aisle, bro, you're buying like some chairs, you're buying
Bro, you
fucking
buy a full beach
TVs.
setup, man. Like the fucking ball, the chair setup, bro. It's like,
Your whole lounge room is taken care of.
Yeah, what did you buy today? I bought some sauces. I got some meats for the weekend. I also bought some new tires for my car. Like,
And the alcohol, man, it's not that bad either. Like
Yeah.
you can get some cheap stuff there. Like we got for our engagement, like we got half the stuff from Dan Murphy's, half the stuff from Aldi.
Yeah.
And it's like $4 glasses of wine, man. And white girls
Dude,
don't
sorted.
can't.
like the trolley day is heaps.
Oh fuck yeah.
Load that shit up.
Trying to find a post that I'd seen about. Here we go. Yeah, so it's like breaking news: panic buying limit set. Coles 2 hand sanitizers, 24 toilet rolls. Safeway or Woolworths, 18 toilet rolls and 2 kilos of rice. Woolworths 2 hand sanitizers and 12 toilet rolls. Aldi 2 trumpets, 1 diving suit and 1 MIG welder.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's so true though. You go in, you're like, cool. I'm gonna go get all my groceries. You come out with a whole bunch of shit to like that your fucking house didn't even fucking need. You already have them.
true.
Oh, a new wicker lounge set. Awesome. Oh, that's all I needed.
Got me some jumper cables to go with my salads.
Fry your salads with the jumper cables and the car battery. Or some kinky shit in the bedroom.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
Or some sort of
Step your
torture
game
device.
up, Audi, eh?
Dudes of the Round Table.
Welcome back to another episode, everyone, of Dudes at the Round Table. I'm your host, Succulent Raymond Simmons. On my left here, we're going to introduce him. He stole my last name. We'll get to that in a minute.
Chris is like,
What the fuck? Jakey boy over here, fairy top lip. What's going on?
yo, man, I'm here. I'm alive. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of weeks since we've done a recording with you,
Has
gentlemen.
been- you've been very, very busy.
Yes, sir. I've been under the pump and I've had a couple of car issues in the meantime, but we're back on the road, baby.
Is it?
Yes.
Hey,
Let's
fuck
go.
yeah. I
Only
thought I'd ask you,
only took
actually.
3 weeks, baby, but we're here. We're here.
Oh, damn.
Nah, but other than that, man, things have been going pretty groovy, bro. So
Good.
yeah, I've been enjoying life now.
So what are we
Then I got
aiming
the car
for?
back.
Yeah, so what are we aiming for? We're aiming for the car to get to what, 400,000 Ks now?
Nah, bro. If it even makes it that far, eh? Nah, she's sitting at a nice, pretty 3,000 at the moment. So 300,
Oh, yeah. So
300,000.
400,000 isn't far off. Like, it's achievable.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Just believe, Jake. Just believe.
Everyone said don't buy a nav, but I mean, I'm proving them wrong, baby. So that's all right. Can't be stopped.
He navigated his way around the issues.
What about
I
you?
know NAV stands for Navarra, not Nav.
Navarra Gate around the...
Navarra
I don't know.
Gate. Oh, my God.
Fuck off.
All right. Well, on my left here, we've got the guy that's friends with the aliens, specifically the Greys, because he's gone grey. Chris, what's going on?
I'm good.
He's like, fuck you.
yeah.
He's like, wait a minute, Tristan's
outta
not
here.
here. Shout out to Tristan, my bro.
Tristan. No, yes. I'm going good. Guys. I'm excited for tonight. Been looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Another episode of Dudes at the Round Table. We are up to... Sorry, let me...
What accent is that?
We are episode
Way.
30 tonight, right? Yeah.
It is. Yes,
Episode
it is.
30.
Big
Oh, hang
three-hour.
on. Do we count the Joey one as 30 or no?
No, it's 29.
That was 29.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, shit. All right. Well, happy days.
Yeah.
30-30s, baby!
30-30s.
Yeah.
Let's
Creeping
go.
up.
And
No.
what a better person to get on. Tell us a little bit about him, Jakey.
All right, man. With pleasure. This man, okay, I'm going to give a bit of a warm introduction to this bloke. This
As opposed to all
gentleman.
your cold ones.
I'm hell
Yeah, we
looking
don't,
forward
we
to
don't want a
this.
cold one. eh? He's cold as ice.
They're not all that cold.
Why don't
Nah.
you
He's
warm it
like,
up?
yeah, whatever. Here's this guy's other try. We're okay.
This guy has the same last name as him.
Jake's
yeah.
going to warm
Yeah,
it up
welcome
with
to the
his
show.
top lip. Let's do it.
Yo, all right, man. So, for the listeners, thank you for tuning back to Dunes Around the Table. It's
Dudes Around the Table.
Dunes Around the Table.
Like, we're on fire tonight, man. This is
You know what, man?
Lake to try again.
Did I say my car was fixed? Sakes!
Fucking Navarro.
I knew I should have rode my bike. It would have been delayed.
All the welder fumes have gone to him. That's why.
Yeah. All right,
Legit, eh?
let's try again.
And 3, 2. All right, gentlemen. I'm ready to fucking give a warm welcome to the guest that is on the show tonight. This man, he has an absolute body of work in the industry that he is involved with, and you know, we're gonna deep dive into that a little bit sooner than later. But look, man, I could give this guy a huge introduction. I can give him a small one, but I just want to say it's an actually absolute honor to have this guy on the show tonight.
Absolutely.
He's an entrepreneur. He's a handsome gentleman. By the way, did you guys know that Chris Hemsworth actually has another brother other than them? He's sitting with us right now. It's Luke Simmons, baby. What's going on, brother?
I was like, fuck, really?
we got the Hemsworth stunt brother sitting right next to us, aka Mr. Luke Simmons. What's going on, my man?
Mate, thank you for having me, man.
We appreciate you coming on tonight, brother.
It's been a long time coming, but I'm excited to get in here and get amongst it and kind of see what it's all about.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man.
We got a lot of juicy stuff in store for you tonight, my man. And we can't wait to hear a little bit about yourself and tell the viewers of what you get involved with and what you're up to.
Yeah, sick, man. So pretty much, where do I start? What do you want to talk about first?
I'll let Ray start. What do you reckon?
I guess tell me a little bit about how you came up with your business name, because I've got a theory.
What, the leading socials one?
Yeah,
So,
I've got a theory. It's the
All right, what's the theory?
LS is also Luke Simmons.
Simons.
Simons. Oh, okay. This is fucking sick. Okay,
You
here we
didn't
go.
know?
Okay, so it's Simons. Okay, fuck. Okay, cool, awesome. I'm
glad we
why,
cleared
why
that
am
up.
I
That could've
excited?
been
Why am I
embarrassing.
like getting super excited about this? Because my last name is spelled Simmons.
Yeah.
and people
Simones.
sometimes go, "Do you put a D in that?" No, I don't. Okay, don't put a D in my last
Pause.
name. Pause.
Nah, whenever you sorry to cut you off, but whenever you say something dirty, you gotta say pause after.
Pause.
Yeah.
But people always pronounce it Simons.
Yeah, 100%. And that's when I was going to ask you, like, when you going to, because my name isn't Simmons or Simon, you know, it's Simons. And
Yeah.
a lot of people say, oh, it's Simmons. And I'm like, fuck off, man. Like, it is the most frustrating thing.
That's not my name.
But it's like, it literally, like, from like, you know, when I was 4 years old, everyone's been calling me Simmons. So I'm just like, oh, fuck it, let's just roll with it. Even my missus, my fiance is like, I like Simmons better. I'm like, fuck you. Like, you're taking this name. So I was like, you're going to deal with
Just to
this.
learn how to
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're going to blow up when people say it wrong. She's like, no, I will love it. And I'm like, fuck off. Like, you got to take my back, man.
Oh shit.
But yeah, so Simon, so yeah, in terms of leading socials, what's your hypothesis?
Well, leading socials, LS.
Yeah, 100%. So,
Yeah, okay, cool.
Well, my
I
accountant,
was on it.
my accountant pretty much was like, hey man, like, you know, we're trading under Luke Simons here, and we got like more people coming under the business. You can't call yourself Luke
Are
Simons.
their names the same as yours?
I tried looking for another Luke Simons, just didn't work out, bro. So he was like, dude, you got to change it to another name. And I was like, oh, fucking hell. And I'm shit at naming stuff. And I'm like, oh, really? And I was like, oh, well, I kind of want to keep it LS because like a lot of people know me as LS. And I was like, well, we'll have to keep it LS. But I was like, what should we do? And I told my missus and she was like, leading socials. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Like, let's just roll with that.
Hell yeah.
You know, I'm not going to
I
sit
like
on
it.
it and be like, oh, what should I think? And I'm not that type of guy to be like, I need it to be perfect. I don't need that, man. I just need a name to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Makes
if you
sense.
think about it too hard as well, you just get stuck.
100%.
And it just
absolutely.
turns out to shit.
And that's what like one of my clients, the guy I mentor, like who is a PT, and he was like, man, like what should I name my group, bro? I'm like, bro, like make a decision and roll with it. You know, like it doesn't have to be.
That's what he called the group. Make a decision and roll with it group.
He's like, that's hell long to spell.
Bro, it doesn't fit, man.
20 characters. This is 30.
Yeah, but it's just like making a decision and rolling with it. So yeah, but definitely leading socials was under for the LS.
That's cool. Okay, awesome. I was on it.
But yeah, so that in terms of that, what that is, it's a video production business, and we do social media, marketing, all that sort of stuff under the one umbrella. Then we also have the Social Strong Media company as well. That's the training and education. So we got the media, the marketing, and then we also got the training and education side of things as well.
Yeah, awesome.
That's a sister business to Leading Socials because it's like the education and training will feed into the production side of things. If
Yes.
that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah, right.
So it's like if people can't afford the production side of things, like they can
Learn how
hire.
to do it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Do it yourself. But hey, what's going to happen is once you start making a lot more money doing it yourself, you're going to outsource it. Who are you going to go to? Leading socials. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
it's a symbiotic kind of
Yeah.
decision to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're basically controlling the market.
This is Big Brother. I mean, Luke Simons. I mean, yeah, Big Brother.
Allegedly laundering money. No, I'm kidding. He's not.
Hey.
He's not.
Yeah. And give away cheap Christmas presents. So
Yeah.
apparently.
Shout out to Reject Shop.
Yeah, shout out Reject Shop. Sponsor me.
No, that's cool, man. Yeah, so Jakey was telling us that you guys obviously went into, like, to backtrack a little. You guys went to high school, primary school, high school and
A
primary
whole
school?
lot, man. Yeah. Yeah, we went to.
Oh, were you in Huntingdale?
Yes, sir. I don't even
You're
remember.
a green
bro.
faction, hey. You look like a green faction guy.
Yeah, bro. I was the
Dude,
captain, baby. You
you-
know what it is.
Hey, you smell of green faction. I know that.
My
Yeah.
last name.
That makes two of us.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yes, sir. No, I was captain of that, and
That's
the
how. Yeah.
Mighty Green faction. But yeah,
What faction were you?
Blue.
Oh, okay.
What? You were red, hey? You look red.
No, I didn't. I didn't go to Huntingdale. I went to Ashburton.
No, but you were part of a team, right?
Yeah, I was
colour?
orange.
What?
Orange.
Orange?
Gascoigne.
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 What was your faction names called in your schools?
Gascoigne.
I don't know, man.
They changed them. It was like 2 years before me and Luke left school. They changed them to some weird ass like plant name, pretty much.
You don't remember what your
Leaf. branch.
I think we had a mascot though. Like we had. Did we have mascots like
Mole.
animals?
Green faction. Oh, sorry.
It's like Cypress. It's like a Cypress Hill flag. Like,
Yeah, anyway. Yeah.
I don't remember the names,
Shit.
bro, but they were named after like plants and bushes and shit like that. So it was like a hell long name, man.
Bro, are you guys watching the Olympics now?
Yeah, bro.
Dude, doesn't it take you back to like when you were in like primary school and shit? Like
Yeah.
you're like, oh man, I was gangster at fucking high jump, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a shit at leader ball. It's not even Olympics. Like,
I remember going into school for a long jump back a long time ago.
Hey, you were serious.
It would have been like 99, I think it was. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, anyway, let's skip forward to this one.
yeah, no. So to go back to what you were saying, right? Yeah, me and Lucky Boy went to the same primary school and high school, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go way back.
Go way back.
Yeah. But it's good to be out of there. That's for fucking sure.
Definitely, bro. What, it's been like 8 years? 7 years?
Bro,
8 for you.
I got
hey?
like my bloody 10-year reunion next year, bro. That's crazy, man.
Shit, so it has?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's been 9 years for me, man.
That's hectic, bro.
How does that make you feel?
Crazy because it feels like it's actually been longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so much has happened since like leaving.
Yeah, 100%.
It's only 10 years.
Yeah, right.
I know, it's crazy, right? And then I'm like thinking, fuck, who organizes that 10-year thing? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's what I was asking Chris. I was like, surely like the teachers would somehow like.
dude, they don't give
No,
a fuck.
they don't.
I know who it is. It's usually the people that were on like student council and stuff like that. Like,
Right.
we were supposed to have ours like years
Yeah.
ago, but it fell through. Like,
Well, there was a whole hype about it. Like, there was a Facebook group made.
Yeah.
There was a fucking committee and shit like that. Like, I don't know why it had to be that official, but
They don't, wait, surely they don't do it at the school, but eh?
Nah, not like in
Nah,
the movies,
hell no.
eh?
no one could line things up. So most likely, the case of it actually coming through and going to fruition is like incredibly low.
Yeah, I'm leaning on that.
heavily.
100%.
what scares me even more, I think we were talking about the other day. Like, we started high school. What was it in 2 years from now? We started
1
high
year.
school 20 years ago.
Are you old as shit?
Me, you, right? Ugh. But yeah, it's mainly just a pissing contest anyway. When you think about it, fucking high school reunions.
Just picturing Luke at his 10-year. And it's like, oh my god, you guys, are you the guy from social media?
yes.
He walks in with a hat and glasses.
It's like, hey, it's Luke Simmons. It's Simon.
Still haven't fucking got it right.
He grows his hair out, grows his mo like Fred Durst has now.
Who's that?
Fred Durst.
Oh my god, you don't know who Fred Durst is?
Oh my god, what is wrong with you? Get out.
Did you ever listen to Limp Bizkit, bro?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, what's Limp Bizkit?
Couple of fucking
He's like, they
songs.
sing that song in the end, right? Like a punk, man.
Shit.
Hey, man, I know that. Don't worry about that.
I'll show you.
Yeah, he's rocking the dad look, like the old school 70s fucking. He's got the handlebar mustache and the wig.
So for the listeners
Dude,
wondering what the hell's going on right
Nah,
now,
man,
we're
my
just
This is
Googling
what this is
Oh,
what we know.
yeah,
him
yeah,
as.
the lead singer
yeah,
of Limp
yeah.
Bizkit, Fred Durst.
Where is he now?
Jesus
Lollapalooza.
He looks,
He's looking
he looks
old,
tired, bro.
Lollapalooza?
Bro, he looks like he's seen better days, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, they'd have to be in their 50s now, the boys from. Oh, maybe late 40s.
Late
50s.
40s for sure, yeah.
no
There he
way.
is, yeah. That's a wig. That's got to be a wig.
Nah, I got rank facial hair, man. I got like fucking ranger facial hair, eh?
You and me both, brother. That's why I kept the dirty stash, and that's about it.
Yeah, I actually had a moustache coming into New Year's this year, and I actually didn't mind it, eh? But it just fucking gets too itchy, man. Like when I'm eating, I can feel it. I'm like, oh man, fuck this.
You can't eat
bro.
burgers. You can't eat big.
That's a
juicy-
fucking lie, bro. Just embrace all the sauce, man.
No, it's annoying, man. It's annoying. I went and got Sam and I went and got burgers last night, and where did we go? We went to Boss Burgers in Vic Park.
Oh yeah. How was it?
Oh, good.
I haven't actually been there yet.
Because we tried to go to. What's the one?
What was your first choice?
Our first choice. So this is a story time, children. We went to go to Short Order in the city.
yeah.
But I'm driving Sam's brother's car at the moment because I don't actually own a car at the moment. I'm driving his car, and his car is like 2.2 meters tall because it's got this cage on the top. And the only car park I could find had a height restriction of 1.9. So I couldn't get in anywhere. So we were literally driving around like Murray Street, Hay Street area for like half an hour And then I went, no, fuck this. I'm getting hungry. We just
Are you
trained.
serious?
I'm really fucking hungry.
Yeah.
Let's go. Sam's
eat.
on her phone, like, where can we go? Where can we go? She goes, Big Park, Boss Burgers. Let's go. I'm like, all right, cool. Went there. Amazing burgers. Amazing burgers. And you said you live around.
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
Park.
yeah.
If you go, get the cheese bath, cheese dip.
What do you
It's like
do
a
that?
bowl of cheese, and you can dip your burger in it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jake's like, oh, my stomach's curdling right now.
Sounds like my worst nightmare.
Lactose intolerant.
Oh man, have you guys obviously gone to Pancho's, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, how
Yeah,
good
yeah.
are they? Those fish bowls, man.
Can't say I've been there actually.
What?
Pardon.
Say that one more time. Nah, it's fucking unreal, man. Like it, and they, dude. If anyone who's listening is aspiring to like fucking run a good company or like a good restaurant, go Pancho's and see how they run that operation.
Yeah.
The way that they like run that operation is just unreal, bro. Like, you know, I don't want to get too technical, but like they come out on time, they feed you quickly, like they ask you how everything's going, like real, and it's just like, bro, it's like a smooth operation from the start, from the get.
And you know what to expect when you're going in
Yeah.
as well. Even if you've never been there before and you've seen maybe their socials or something like that, you kind of know, okay, cool, I'm expecting to wear a sombrero and have a photo taken.
The horn when they get the doing like, when they walk around there, they got like this little sachet thing. It looks like with the bullet case,
Yeah.
but it's all shot glasses.
Yeah,
Like,
oh,
who wants a
it's
shot?
gangster.
And then you got the hats and the
You can
photos.
get so trashed there, man.
Oh, easy,
so
but
fun.
the food there is incredible.
Yeah, oh.
And the dip for the nachos in it, oh man. Is it? I'm not sure what it's called. But yeah. I don't like guacamole. But yeah, the food there. We've been going there for fucking ages. It's been a while since we've been there last, but yeah, I love Pancho's, man. Awesome.
Panchos.
Pancho's. Pancho. I'm trying to sound fancy.
Walks in with a poncho.
Yes, me and the wife are going to Pancho's for dinner tonight. What about you?
Pancho.
Pancho's.
Can't get any more Aussie than that, eh?
Yeah.
Going to Pancho's. With a Mrs. A. Jesus Christ. Nah, but with Lukey, just going back on to the introduction. So Lukey was a bit of a muso head back when we was in school. Did you ever?
Fuck, here we go.
Did you ever remember the old Battle of Bands? Like the early days, like
yeah,
you would have been like
yeah,
year 9, year 10.
Yeah, I think so.
It kind of died out around that time, eh? Do you have like any fond memories from high school, like from that era, like early high school for yourself?
It was more about like fucking not getting bashed, man.
Trying to survive with the fitters, eh?
That was it, man.
You walk in those gates, like, oh fuck.
Yeah, because my sister was like fucking she was top head honcho like in year 11 and 12 when I was coming in. So all the dudes who were like fucking trying to impress like my sister, oh, we'll just go fucking lay this kid out. So it was just like more of just like, all right, cool, like surviving that, and then from there it was just a lot of fun from
What
there
a weird
on.
way to try and impress your sister.
It's plus I was fucking ripping shit as well. Like I wasn't the most like, you know, nice guy. I would always fucking rev him up. Would always throw shit at them and stuff, but like it was just like, yeah. But apart from that, man, like I think I deleted that memory off my Battle of the Bands and shit.
Just bringing it up.
No, like, because I just remember, like, especially your crew and my crew, we had like similar interests.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
hell into hardcore music, like the bands and the metal scene, and we'd all wear like band shirts underneath our school shirts. As soon as just the bell went for school, straight off, and you'd be rocking a
I think you're
Parkway
lying.
shirt.
I think you're
Yeah.
lying because he doesn't know who Fred Durst is.
Nah, I think
Not your generation.
I will agree to that. Yes.
Yeah, it's not that generation, yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I think I completely forgot about that. But yeah, I do remember like the skating, the fucking hardcore music and stuff. That was
And
pretty
the fringe, bro, the fringe.
Yeah, oh,
everyone had a
God,
fringe.
yeah. Bro, I don't want to even look at the photos back in the day.
Oh,
Man.
they're horrendous, man. I was gonna bring
yours
some
were bad?
What did you
God
have? What did you have?
Man, where do I start? I dyed my hair black, blonde, everything, man. I grew my hair out long.
Oh,
And it was at that
right.
shitty in-between phase in high school. Like, my hair was like down past my nipples eventually, but it was at that horrible curly in-between stage in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were metal kids. Like, long hair was the shit, so...
Yeah, it was a big thing. Like, and when we started up, it was like, metros and fucking graphers and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
and
yep.
That was like when year 8, 9, probably when Jakey came in to high school. That's when like suburbs were big, like fucking 6108 boys and like Aussie boys and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it was, man.
Constantly always hearing like who got stabbed and shit on the fucking weekend, like who went to jail, and I'm
Who's
like,
drinking underage?
Yeah.
Like, what?
But I think yeah, oh man, high school parties were fucking fun, but
Oh, they
Yeah,
were.
bro, that
That's
was
a fun
so
memory.
sick, man.
Yeah.
You don't get those
Open
kind of,
houses and shit,
yeah,
man.
like,
Like,
you walk
what
into
the
someone's
fuck?
house, yeah, man, beer fridge out the back, and then just like the house was just destroyed, eh? Like,
I remember playing gigs at high school parties, like rock
Yeah.
up with my drum kit and shit, and all the bands would rock up and good times. People would lose their eyebrows.
No
and
one
shit.
complained about noise
Nah.
back then.
No.
No.
nah. And it's like you guys had to make up like creative ways to kind of be able to go out at night and to like tell your parents and shit. Like,
yeah.
oh yeah.
No, I'm staying at
Yeah,
like
our
Daniel's
parents are
house or
pretty
something.
cool.
Yeah. You don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to ask questions.
I remember fucking one time, right? Like, I was going out with it was like year. Do you remember Elias?
Yeah, bro, yeah.
Me and Elias were heading out. We were like year 8 or 9, right? And Elias calls me out, like, or tells me on Friday after school. He was like, "Oh man, we got this house party like up in High Wycombe." And High Wycombe's in fucking God knows
In the
where.
bush, eh?
And I was like, "Oh yeah, sick, man." He was like, "Yeah, man, like there might be a couple girls there." I'm like, "Fuck, really? All right, let's do it." So then, like, I tell my mum, "Oh yeah, I'm staying at Elias's house, and we're gonna go to the movies tonight." And I was like, and he said the same thing, right? But then, like, his dad was driving all the way up to High Wycombe, and look, you live all the way up here? Yeah, mate. Yeah, we just live up here, mate. So we were just directing him to the house party, right? And
This isn't a movie theater.
and then like I was like, yeah, just like right here's good, right here's good, and we hopped out the car and like we opened the boot and like got our bags out, and like we both bought like a bottle of Jack's. Like a big bottle of Jack's, like spirits, and it fucking came out and like hit the it was in the bag and like the bag hit the ground and it was like ding ding like a glass what glass sounds like, and his dad was like, "What was that?" And we're like, "Oh, nothing," and then we got into the party and it was super fun, and then like I got fucking trashed, like started yakking everywhere, and then I lost my phone. I lost my phone, right? But that's not the worst thing. The worst thing was trying to explain the story to my mum the next day, like where my fucking phone is. And she was
I
like,
left it at the cinema.
yeah. It was legit. I was like, "Oh, mum, like, I must have left it at the cinema." She was like, "Okay, well, what movies were you watching?" I was like,
no.
and I told her it was the, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a apocalyptic movie. Yeah. I was like, "Well, we watched this one." And she was like, "Okay, what cinema was it?" I was like, I was like, "Cinema 8.
Let it go, Mum.
And then she calls the cinema up. She's like, "Hey, like my son was watching this movie at this cinema at this time," and they're like, "It wasn't running at that time."
I'm sorry, Mum.
And she was like, "How can you explain that?" And I was like, "I don't know, I can't." But I was like, I was there
watching it.
and like she knew what the fuck was going on. She's not a retard, but like it was so funny, like just trying to come up with this lie, like just like
Luke, cut the shit. Where were you?
and
Who are you gonna believe I'm some lady who works at Hoyt's or me, your son?
And why do you smell of whiskey?
I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, shows up hell sick and stuff. Like, what were you doing at home?
Alcohol was bad. Yeah.
We got
So
him back to
dry.
Hoyts.
Dude, like my parents must have realized, like, dude, this kid is like completely full of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Man, that was the same, bro. Like, so I'm not gonna say names because I just can't do that shit. But it was the same deal. Oh, like, where you going tonight? Yeah. Like, we're gonna go to a couple of the mates' houses just for like a family barbecue, and then like gonna stay at like their house afterwards. Oh, okay. Like the next like mate's house afterwards, and like, oh yeah, like no worries. Yeah, can I have some money, mum? Like, to borrow some money for like this house barbecue? What do you need that for? Oh, just so I can get like some cool drink and like take some chips to the house. Yeah, sure. Meanwhile, like all of us mates got together. It was like 6 of us. His mates, like our mates' parents, went away down south, and he's like, "All right, I'll get a whole bunch of fucking drinks and like all this food and shit, bro." And we end up having like a mini house party and shit. And then mum's like, "Well, yeah, so how'd you go last night?" And we was like 15, 16, hungover as shit, man. Like just yakking the dude's house, like yakking the bathtub and shit. And I was like, "Oh man, pizza on the floor, people sleeping outside and shit, man." And he's like, "Mum and Dad are coming home in like an hour, bro." So we had to clean this whole house up, man. And then we get home, Mum's like, "Where have you been and why do you stink so bad?" And all this shit. And like vomit stains on the shirt and stuff. God, it was
The lollies were bad.
yeah, it was a really, really big night at the barbecue house, eh? Yeah, it was bad.
Bloody kids.
Then I had something similar, like because I had like whenever my parents would like leave, because our family's in like England, so they would always leave for like 4 weeks, like every year. Oh,
right.
Man, like we would just fucking run through that house. Like we'd have like house like always open houses and stuff, and it was just crazy, right? Did you ever come to one of my parties?
Nah, man.
And like this one time, man, like Actually, there was a couple of times where like the reason why I got caught out was because my mum was such a detective. Like when she would get home, she knew I was doing something wrong. So she was like, "What's wrong?" And like everything was looking good until like we had a cat and like the bowl.
Hang on, you had a cat.
Yeah, well, it's dead now. Yeah. Cheers, man.
Gotta kick a bloke when he's down, eh?
God damn.
No, but the cat's bowl was red, and when she got back, it was green because my mate stepped on it, broke it, and so he went out and bought a fucking wrong colored bowl. And she was like, "Why is that?" And I just couldn't figure out how to say like an excuse. I was like,
It was red this morning.
I swear it was red.
Mum, it's always been this colour.
Mum, are you sure you didn't turn colorblind while you were
Nah,
gone?
but we've had multiple situations where like mates have like broken like family portraits and shit, and like I've had to like get that fixed. And there was this one time where like we had a dog as well, and like one of the guests I would say like went through the house, and like there was a bit of like dog poo on the like on the what do you call it, the carpet, on the carpet. And fucking me being an idiot asked like my mate who's like 2 years younger girl, she was like, "I've done this before, don't worry, I can get this up. All we need to do is get dishwashing liquid and spray it everywhere on the carpet, and they'll let it sit for 5 minutes, and then we can scrub it up." I was like, "All right, sick." Fucking did that, and it just stained the whole carpet, bro. After that, bro, we had to get floorboards. We had to rip up the whole thing, man.
See, it's stuff like that makes memories. You're like, "You remember when I did that, Mum?" Like, "Yeah, you little shit." But yeah.
Oh man, I had to like get professional cleaners in and everything, and it just still wouldn't go, bro. And I was like, "I'm done here." Like, man, I'm
packing my things. I'm out.
Bro, that's hectic.
yeah. That's the memories I have of high school. That's for sure.
They're good memories.
Wild times, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, high school parties were sick though, man. That was so dope.
They were in that, yeah. But then we grow up and we move on and do bigger things. Like yourself at the moment, man.
Like
You've
collect
recently
toys.
just got engaged, I hear.
Yeah. Recently just got engaged, so that was exciting.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, well, I was gonna do it in like Fiji, but with this whole Backstreet Boys situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, the damn reunion tour.
Bastards.
Yeah, I heard they were coming back, so we had to fucking get tickets for that. So, but yeah, so then it was so funny, man. Like I don't get nervous at like much. Like I'm pretty easy, like pretty confident guy. But man, that day was such a shit day because I was like, I knew I was going to do it at 6, and I was like,
It's
man,
a big deal, man.
Getting closer.
and I'm gonna do it on like South Perth foreshore when like every mum and their dog's out. And I'm like, why the hell am I doing this? Like, this is silly, like doing it in front of all these people. And like I got a German Shepherd as well, so it was constantly just like trying to get this dog to sit. And she's like, "What are we doing? Let's fucking keep going." And I'm like, "Hold on, like we got to get this dog to sit." And she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Fuck off."
Like, shit, she's going to find out.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that was good fun, man.
And it went smoothly. Yeah.
Went all smoothly. Yeah, it went to plan. The engagement party was hectic though. Like,
Yeah?
oh god, yeah, it was like.
I think I saw photos. I don't know who shared it. Might have been. I think we've got a mutual friend, Carla Baker.
Yeah,
I think I saw photos she'd posted.
She
up,
was there, yeah.
And I was like, wow, that actually looks amazing. Like where you had it and stuff, like just how it all went off. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it was real nice because like the problem was with the Backstreet Boys reunion, like all the bloody
He's onto
venues
it.
were like booked out, or like the capacity was minimum.
Right.
So like to get 100 people in, we had to hire like a place that could fit 200, 300.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you serious? Like, and
Yeah,
now
that's
we're like,
bullshit.
now I'm gonna spend like $5,000 for a venue, and I'm like, this is silly. Like when I could have just spent $600 for like this little, but like it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I think those rules are so backwards. Just as a side tangent, like it's so weird. It's like, oh, you have to have a big space for a small amount of people.
Yeah.
Even though that small amount of people are going to probably be shoulder to shoulder in that big space.
Yeah, it's not like we separate and we just kind of look.
yeah.
You know, it's like
Here's your designated square for the evening.
Legit, eh?
So have you guys set a date for the wedding yet, or is that something to think about later on?
nah, we set it for 2023 in March. I'm trying to get my family over from Europe, but
Yeah,
it
so
is what
how
it
things
is.
turn out and where things are going with the
Yeah.
reunion tour.
It's the longest tour ever.
Yeah, I know, right?
but so that's all set up. We're gonna do it. Have you been to like Core Cider House?
Oh,
Hell yeah, bro.
yeah.
That is
Sick
the
little
best
spot.
place
Yeah.
ever, bro.
Man, the cider there is
It's lit, man. It's
On
very,
the
very
next
nice.
So
level,
you're a
bro.
cider man?
I like cider. Yeah,
My dog. Yeah.
Nah, cider's good, man. Like that strong pear one. Like
Strong
that,
pear's so
it's like
sick, bro.
8%, and I'm just like,
You have like 3 pints, you're like, shit. I'm feeling groovy as.
Are you thinking about having your wedding there, maybe, or?
we've already booked it in. Yeah.
Oh, dude, nice.
Yeah, we booked that in. Just because like we were there on like a CrossFit like Xmas party, and I was like, man, this is gangster. I was like, this is so nice, man.
Yeah, bro.
It's like
It's
a
a
nice,
nice spot,
valley, you know, and yeah, the side is sick as well. So yeah, I was like, man, why not? You know.
And the view with all
Hell
the
yeah.
orchards, man, it's surreal. It's like postcard material, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's beautiful.
And in March too, that's a nice time. It's not too hot and it's like starting to cool down.
Yeah, that's the
I
biggest
can
thing.
see it
for
being
me.
a very nice setting, man. Good pick.
Yeah,
Very
and
nice, very
it's
nice.
like when it's fruiting as well, like all the orchards are fruiting. And then plus I sweat heaps as well. So it's like I can't have like a bloody wedding in like December, January, because
yeah.
I'll be sweating
Pink
butt.
ass, like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because this skin ain't good, man.
facts.
But nah, man, I'm excited for it. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's on like the distant future. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Are you thinking about having your production crew there to film and take photos?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
I'm
so-
saving some money on that shit, of
Yeah,
course. I had to ask. I had to ask.
Yeah, 100%. Nah, I'm like, hell yeah, I get it hell cheap. Like, I get it for cost price. You know what I mean? There's no inflation for this. So yeah, it's sick, man. Like, I get the photography, the videography, all that sort of stuff covered. Plus, like, because I film weddings as well. So it's like,
Yeah,
I
right.
know we've done so many. I know how everything should roll. And I'm like, yeah, this. So it's not, there's no shock anymore.
I hope you'll be able to switch off on that day, though.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. I mean, that's the hardest thing. When I go
Not
watch
play
a
like the
wedding, I'm just
director.
like constantly watching the videographer and photographer. I'm like,
Yeah, because you're going to be allowed, like,
and I'm like judging. I'm like, I wouldn't have done that.
But your crew would know how you like to put everything together and the way
Yeah.
you go about things. So they'll be on their fucking A game, or they'd have
Well,
to
they would
be.
hope to be. Because if I watch it,
Your job is on the line today, boys and girls.
Yeah, if you
You're gonna
fuck
get
this
your
up,
ass
you-
kicked
you're
if you
done.
don't perform. But
Yeah.
going into the business side of things, man, like, where did it all start for you? Like, what was the main inspiration to kick everything off? Like, especially with the videography and the photography side of things. If we could start there, where did it all begin for you?
man, the funny thing is like, everything happens like one after the other in my life. Where it was like, it actually started off when I was playing rugby in school, right? And 16 got injured with my knee. From there, like I was like, shit, well, I can't play rugby yet for like the foreseeable future. So I was like, well, and that's kind of all I knew from my life was rugby. So then I was like, I'm going to go into the gym and start training and doing some more weights to work on like getting stronger and stuff. And I was like building it up. And then I kind of got like really obsessed with training and getting in the gym and doing that. So then I was like, and I started to see really good results. I was like, fuck, man, like I can probably do a competition. Like I was super keen about that. And I was like, and to be honest, like from leaving high school for the first 3 or 4 years, it was all about training, nutrition, just like, and building up like a physique that I wanted. And then eventually I competed at 19 years old. And then from there it was like, what I was so engulfed with the health and fitness industry, like that it was an obsession. And it was probably, to be honest, like a bad obsession where
Okay.
I would stop, like coming from, you know, all the stories that we just talked about, coming from getting pissed on the weekend, yakking and having good laugh with my mates. It was like, oh, I can't come out this weekend. Like, I got to train, or I can't
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I can't eat that, or I can't do this.
The focus was like
Yeah,
fully on the
and it was full, and I was fully obsessed. And then it was like, couldn't go out see girls, you know, or if I was dating a girl, like we couldn't go out and do this, or if we did, it was only Friday night between this time and this time. We could only eat this, and it was just so rigid. And it was
Yeah.
like and to be honest, like good on everyone for doing that. But for me, it was like kind of got real too obsessed with where I was kind of like relying my happiness was in that training zone.
Yep.
So from there, like I was watching all these aspiring like fitness trainers and entrepreneurs who were really successful in the game. And like this one guy was like, bro, like if you've got a body and that's all you've got fuck all. You know what I mean? Like he said this on a video. It's not like saying it like that, but he was saying like, hey man, like if you want to go and like get girls, or if you want to go and like impress other people, just having a six pack ain't gonna do it.
No.
You got to have your whole life together. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you got to be a
absolutely.
good person. You got to, if you want to have a business, have a business. If you want like a family, you have a family. Like the gym isn't everything. And that's like that one video just changed everything. And I was like, fuck, you know what?
I can't remember who it was, but I think I know. I think I've seen the same video where it's just like, if that's all you have fuck all.
Yeah.
Like, kind of thing. And it's kind of on the topic of like when people are like, I want six pack abs, you know,
and I'll be happy.
Yeah, and I'll be happy and stuff like that. I used to have a client that was like that, and I'm like, dude, no, you're 130 kilos. Like, you've got a long way to go. Like, fucking focus on the goal ahead of just losing weight.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, oh, but I got to look like Thor, and I've got to, you know, get that shredded, and I've got to look like all these comic heroes and stuff. I'm like, at the end of the day, ask yourself why. Because when you get there, and I've been there, I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
I was still miserable, and just speaking from experience. But you may not learn that until you do it yourself.
More to it than the aesthetics. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's very cool that you mentioned that, because I think I was talking to someone about that only like the other week as well. So yeah, I think I know the video you're talking about.
Yeah, 100%. And it's just like literally putting like that, all your happiness into a future goal that may or might never happen. You know what I mean? Like you're kind of putting, I'm going to be happy when I get this. And it's like, really? Why don't you just be happy now? You know?
Yeah. Yes.
So,
and then when you get there and you don't feel that,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, fuck. Like,
because when you're that lean and like, because I've been down to, you know, the 6% body fat, you know, and been super shredded. But even then, it's like to maintain that, bro, like you ain't leaving this house, man. Like you ain't leaving that treadmill, bro. Like, you got to stay there. So it's like,
Literally.
why the hell do I want this? And like, so I watched that video and I was like, you know what, dude, like I need to start looking. And that's when I got introduced to like this guy, Ty Lopez, in a sense of just like, you know, read a book every day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that like he was a massive influence, but he just told me books. So then I kind of like, okay, cool, I got to do self-development. So started reading books, started reading anything that would
knowledge
get
is
my
power,
hand.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I started reading, you know, like mindset, you know, attitude, you know, the stock market. I would read anything, and I'm just trying to get ideas. And at the same time I was trying to get ideas, we were going away for a US trip. Like me and the boys were going to the US for like a 6-week stint, and that was just crazy. But like,
Dude, that sounds
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
so we were building up to that, and I was like, fuck, well, I'll get a camera for the trip. So I went on this trip, and like I was still doing personal development at the time, and then that's when I started. There was this one guy from the fitness industry called Addy from England, from the UK, and he was creating like, this was back when like Instagram had like 15-second videos, like, and it was just
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all shot up. Right.
and like he would just like make these gangster like little 15-second clips of him just like doing these wicked shit, like training, like just doing awesome stuff. And I was like, man, like no one's creating content like that. Like over here. I was like, dude, like, and this was back before like anyone had any decent content. It was just like, it was photos or like average videos, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, no one's doing that. I was like, fuck, well, why don't I start doing that with my training? Like, start creating content. So that's when I started the videography thing. And I was like, man, because I was really interested in the video side.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's when I was like, okay, cool. I tried to do it myself. And then I was like, oh, I can't do it myself with a tripod. So I was like, I asked a couple of people, like I asked my sister, I asked all these other people. I was like, hey man, can you film me? And I want you to do like this. And I had no former experience, but I kind of had a vision. I was like, I have a vision for this video.
Yeah, right.
You need to film it like this, and no fucking one could do it. And I was like, well, fuck it. Give me the camera, I'll do it. So like, I took the fucking camera. I was like, okay, well, I will do it then. You stand there, and I'll film you. And like, I was like, see, this is how like it should be done. And like, I have no idea how to fucking point a camera, but I knew what I wanted in a vision.
You
right?
saw the vision, the
Yeah.
passion was there. So that's
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
cool, man.
And so I saw the vision. And I was like, man, okay, this is what I want to do. And then my sister was competing at the same time. I did a video for her and her sponsor, and she actually placed first in her bikini show. And then from that one video, 3 people hit me up. It was like, hey, I want a video. I was like, yeah, sweet, I'll do it for free. And then from every single person I did, there was 2 others who wanted one.
Added on.
Oh,
yeah.
it's a snowball effect.
Wow.
Yeah, and it
That's
was
awesome.
and it's all started from that, and it was like one after the other. And now, obviously, there's so many people like create content. There's so many videographers and photographers out there. Back in 2016, man, there wasn't much at all.
Nah.
Like it was hardly any competition
Yeah,
for me.
right.
And like I kind of got started before it was a massive thing, especially in Perth. So that's how it all kind of started. From there, it blossomed into what it is now.
That's cool, man.
That's
that was a pretty cool story to lead into what it is now. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and to see like where you're at now, like things are looking up at the moment, right? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
you got- How is the client base sort of looking now? Like,
What massive difference. So now we got a team of 4 now, and it's like we got a lot of us is corporate. A lot of because we started in the health and fitness industry, and it's like our bread and butter. You know, you go into WA Fitness Network, and like if someone asks for a videographer, you'll see my name come up like fucking a million times.
right.
But now it's like we understand the fitness in the Perth is good, but at the same time, there's like more opportunity in the growing markets of like, you know, construction, you know, the experts,
Yes.
and like,
Yep.
you know, the e-commerce, all that sort of stuff. Like you can literally send us a product of any product that you drop ship, because every man and his dog's a drop shipper now. You can send me your product and we can make you 18 videos and like 30 photos, and you can have all that content straight at your door within a couple of days turnaround. So it's like
Interesting.
that.
Okay.
It's the commerce that I realized. I was like, because when I first started, the difference when I was coming up was I jumped on the business and marketing and sales bandwagon early. I was like, oh, like this could actually, when I started charging $50, $100 for videos, I was like, how can I make this a living? And one of my friends at the time, like Annie, her name was, she was like, it was funny, like, she was like, oh, this was before I was full time. She was like, do you reckon you could do it full time? And I laughed. I was like, man, you can't make money doing this. I was like, there's no money in this. I honestly thought like,
You were wrong.
and I was like, man, like people who do that are just, you know, they're doing it for the love of it. And that's what I saw. I was like, they're just doing it for the love of it. And there's no money to be made unless you're doing like Channel 9. And then like little did I know, literally 3 months after that conversation, I was doing it full time.
Yeah.
So it was pretty crazy. And then I realized I was like,
hearing that. That's cool, man.
and then from 3 months from that, it was like, okay, what? And I was like, I asked the question, why are people buying these videos? I was like, why? Obviously the fitness stuff is like a symbolic kind of thing for them. But for the businesses, I asked the question, like, why do people invest? And I was like, well, they want to make money. Like they want a return. So I was like, okay, well, how do I do that? Like, how do I make the right videos to sell? Because some videos won't sell and some videos will.
Yeah.
How do we understand what makes a person tick in their mind to say, yeah, I want to buy something from a video? So that's when I started the marketing section. That's when I studied marketing and like all that sort of stuff. And that's
You're fully invested in this, man, eh? Like,
yeah. So, well, that's what, and it was just asking the right questions at the right time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like, I mentor a couple of videographers who are coming up, and I'm like, man, like you need to think more about like what you're doing for the client and why they're investing into your product.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, you know, you guys probably heard the saying, like you don't go buy a drill because you want to like a drill. You go buy one because you want a hole.
Yeah.
To hang something up, to hang up your son's trophy or something like that.
Of course, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so you're looking for that benefit at like through the surface level.
You're not buying it for the process, you're buying it for the end product.
Exactly.
Like, what's the result you want
The
out
result.
of it?
Yeah. So I think a lot of guys in the creative field kind of get stuck up on we just want to make it super pretty.
Yeah, I do photos and videos. Okay,
Yeah.
but what are you solving? What are you
Yeah.
doing for someone?
100%.
Yeah.
It's exactly
what
that.
do you want?
Yeah. What do you want?
You want? Come on.
Yeah, but yeah, just having that understanding what someone wants out of the end result really changed everything for me. And that's when I was like, cool, like I'm not where I want to be now, but I can be if I just study the right things and I learn from the right people.
Okay. I love this, man. This is good. It's inspiring to hear this too. Like, especially you're quite young too, and you know, pushing forward with these ideas and bringing them to fruition and making it happen and all that. It's really cool. Like, and I've seen some of your work on the socials too. And I was actually speaking to Hamish yesterday. He says he's mates with you, and he said he's done all the promo for all like the barbershop.
Mates with everyone.
I
That we have on the show, isn't he?
He's a social
Barber life,
he's a
dude.
socialite.
Everyone goes to the barber shop.
Yeah. And we were talking about that yesterday. I was getting my hair cut and that, and I was like, yeah, man. And he goes, oh, who you got on the pod this week? And I'm like, Luke Simons. And he's like, hey, Lukey. I'm like, yeah. He goes, he did all the promotion for this place. I'm like, no shit. So you get around.
Yeah, well, that's the goal. Like,
Nice.
We want to be the guys, the go-to guys for Perth and Australia wide. Like we want Brisbane, we want Melbourne, we want Sydney, we want everywhere.
Yeah,
And-
international. Hopefully, big
100%.
dream right there. Yeah.
And I think like it's just kind of being that go-to company for the social media, the marketing, the content, and like just having everything in-house. But obviously just slowly growing there. And that's the fun thing about it all is like having these massive kind of goals and just slowly chipping away at them. Like that's what gets me off, you know what I mean?
Not rushing it.
Yeah, 100%. Like understanding it's going to take time. Because with business, like it's just slowly and you get like hit down a lot, but then if you come back up and it's like you're constantly striving for that next thing, it's fucking awesome. You know,
You got to start slow and build your way up there. You know.
100%. I think like taking my obsession from the fitness to obsession with business now, like I don't think I do anything like half-assed.
Yeah.
Like it's And to be honest, it's kind of like I was mentoring a guy today. Like he's trying to get his business up, and he was like, "Let me look at your schedule." And he was like, "Well, when do you hang out with your mates?" And I was like, "Oh, what?" I was like, "I don't know." He was like, "When do you play golf?" And I was like, I don't, bro." I was like, you know, like this is like Mondays are the best day. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm like, I get so jazzed up because I know that I'm trying to work towards something bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I respect that big time.
You're waking up every morning excited about what you're doing.
Yeah, 100%.
And you know that Monday could get you one step closer there. And that could be, 10% closer or 1% closer. But it's closer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. And you feel good when you're working towards it.
Yeah. I think a lot of people miss that though. I think like when they're running their own business, they can sometimes forget that
Yes,
as well.
yeah.
Or maybe they jumped into the wrong business for the wrong reason or whatever it is. Or there's people that, that work in an employed base that don't have that same fire and maybe don't understand that because they haven't experienced that,
100%. I think everyone's a little bit obsessed about something in
Yes.
their life,
Oh,
you know?
100%.
Like everyone
Yeah.
is obsessed with something, right? Like you
Yeah.
guys are probably obsessed with this.
Yeah.
Like even walking into this like dude, like this is the first time I've ever seen a studio like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
And
sure.
like even someone
Star
who-
Trek.
who's like
Raymond.
but someone could be obsessed of like home and away, you know? So I think it's just like,
Flaming mongrels.
well, you don't watch Home and Away, man?
Ask our dad that question.
Yeah. You said that like one of the movie guys, like on this episode.
His voice is
Sound like
starting
that,
to go,
eh?
Previously on Home and Away.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, if you need a voiceover guy.
Yeah, fucking oath. I actually need some of those people.
I'll put my hand up for it, man. If you need it, I'll be there to do it.
Yeah, we do voiceovers for companies, and people just don't know where to start. So
Yeah, hit me up for sure.
we need some good voices, and that's the biggest thing about like audio. I mean, video is like getting the audio right as well. Audio is, and you,
Sure.
hey,
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Yeah. You could be like we could be talking right now and it would look
yeah,
and it would just go out of sync out of suddenly, you got to do that. But then there's also and this is one thing, when we started this podcast is we spoke about how if you have listened back, unfortunately, to the first couple of episodes where we don't know what we're doing, in those first couple of episodes. We started this out of pure joy and fun.
Yeah.
And now we're kind of taking it a little bit more serious. We want to actually have a message out of this and share something. And what we've learned is we can't talk like this all the time throughout the podcast because no one's going to listen because they're not actually looking at us, through the podcast. It's very boring, so we have to actually be able to get that point across.